place on the line. Winner tonight gets first place in GPAC, a bye to the finals, and perhaps most important of all, home court advantage. Both teams going into this game with records of 10-3.
You got it. I'll tell you, the gym is just a buzzing. This is going to be a great game. Both teams are 2-2 versus each other. They have identical 10-3 records, and as you said, this is the money game.
Brandon Bobcats, a perennial powerhouse when it comes to GPAC. They have won conference title, it seems, year after year after year. This may be the year that they topple from their perch, because this might be the best team that James Hillis has had on the floor for quite a while here.
Well, you know, with their records, both teams can beat each other on any given night, and we've got the home advantage here. We've got a very hot gym. You can feel the energy. It's just humming in here, and it's going to be a game. I can't wait, Mitchell.
Cougars being introduced right now. That's Chris Warnicki and Steve Podman that you see in the screen, joined by Dale Holmes. Of course, this battle is going to be determined by the big guys, of course. Kevin Gilroy, the Mr. Everything for the Cougars, averaging 24.4 points per game, 9.5 rebounds. It's basically going to be against him, I would say, or Sean Gray, the leader of the Brandon Bobcats, who averages just over 21 points a game. Whatever one of those two has the better game, chances are his team will be the victors when everything's said and done here.
Well, talking to Coach James Hillis earlier in the week, he's told me a little bit about his game plan and what he plans to do, and there's going to be a lot of changing up on defense, so I envision a lot of Cougars coming in and out in this game. He's going to make a lot of substitutions because I think he's planning a lot of pressing, and he's going to alternate between zone and man-to-man defense to throw them off a bit.
Speaking of Coach James Hillis, sort of a new innovation late. We have the old wireless mic on the coach, so hopefully he can keep it clean, and we'll hear some of his comments as the night goes on.
I might add that the referees are aware of how big this game is. I was talking to them before the game. They're going to talk to all the captains to tell their guys, play good, play hard, but play nice.
Cougars in the yellow, Brandon in the blue. It's going to be a battle of 50s here to tip it. Lovelace against Gilroy. And we are underway, and Brandon will take possession. That is Roger Martin bringing it up the floor for the Bobcats. Being watched by Warnicki. Lovelace with it now. Lovelace moves around Johnson. Drives to the hole, takes the shot. That missed, and Warnicki comes away with the rebound. Chris Warnicki going to take it coast to coast, lays it off the glass. That was a little too hard, and Lovelace gets it. He's just going to slow it down. Gets it into Sean Gray. Gray being watched by Plodwin. Stops, pops, drops. 2-0 Brandon as they get first blood. Warnicki quickly up the floor for Bill Johnson. That pass too far for him. Cougars with the early turnover, and Brandon has it right back.
We call early game jitters there, Mitchell.
Martin bringing up the floor, being watched by Podwin and Warnicki, who broke that press rather easily, and that's Mark Pasley with it now. Pasley into Lovelace. Lovelace with the shot from the top of the key. Bobcats early 4-0 lead. Dale Holmes brings it back up the floor for the hometown Cougars. Into Warnicki. Warnicki to Johnson. Johnson to Podwin. They're looking to get it inside to Gilroy. He has his first touch of the night. Gilroy off the glass. That's sweet. Beauty. Martin to Lovelace. Lovelace into Mark Pasley. Pasley wanted to make the pass. Foul is called on the play. I think it's going to go against Johnson. Direction, they're going to charge the foul on Podwin. That's his first.
It'll be interesting to see how Bill Johnson plays tonight for our Cougars. Coach Hillis told me the other day he just got over a bout with bronchitis. So we'll see how that has healed up, if you will, when we look at the energy factor.
Martin with it now for the Bobcats. 21 to go on the shot clock. A lot of time for them yet. Now this is Lovelace. Lovelace to Pasley. Pasley inside to Gray. Moves it on Gilroy. Takes the shot. That was a little hard. Goes off the rim. Johnson rips it down.
Well, there's my answer.
Gets it to Plodwin, who quickly gets it to Warnicki. Warnicki lost control as he tried to dribble through the key. Back come the Bobcats. That's Lovelace. Nice pass to Martin. Banks it off the glass. Foul charge.
See, that play, the early game play by Chris Warnicki is typical Chris because he's an aggressive player. He's going to make a couple of turnovers till he gets in the groove of the game. And that's how that turned around like that.
Podwin with the foul. That's two early ones on him at the line. Roger Martin. Roger misses the first one, and he draws a mild round of applause for that.
Yeah. It's apparent to me right off the top, Mitchell, that the Bobcats are coming at him. They want to score big right off the top. They want to get some kind of a lead, and they want to hang on to it.
Well, you'd have to say when these two teams have played 4 times already this year and they've split twice, that the Cougars are not intimidated by them.
No, and they know each other well. They know each other's weaknesses, and you can believe that both teams are very ready.
Johnson inside to Gilroy. Nice pass by Billy J.
Now for our
Gilroy puts it home.
For our younger basketball players out there, that was a picture-perfect backdoor give and go.
Lovelace with it now for the Bobbies, being watched by Warnicki and Holmes. Now that pass, he's going to come in on Johnson. Sort of off balance, and the ball doesn't fall. As the basketball gods don't shine on Passley there, and Dale Holmes brings it back up for the Cougs. They can take the lead here with a 2. Holmes with the pass to Warnicki. He couldn't control it, and
Chris has just got
another turnover, and Chris looks to be a little nervous
jitters right now. Remember he had him that night he came back from the game against the Windsor Fratman?
I think we can blame him that night. He had a legitimate excuse.
It's a big game, and he's an aggressive player, and it'll come together.
Sean Gray drives to the hole, puts it off the glass, finds nothing but the bottom of the net.
There's the guy that should have the ball right now, Dale Holmes.
Dale Holmes, he's lethal from three-point range. He has sunk 43% of his shots from the other side of the arc this year, so the Bobcats are going to have to be aware of him as the evening progresses.
Yeah, they have to play him honest. You see, he's out there handling the ball, and he's going to pass off, but they've got to come out and get him. They can't leave him out there to shoot.
Maurice Carter with the foul. That's his first. Warnicki to Holmes. Holmes drives baseline, dishes it off to Gilroy. He couldn't control the pass. Lovelace intercepts and quickly gets it back up the floor to Maurice Carter. Maurice Carter, and the native of Chicago, Illinois, hits the 3. You'd think the people in Chicago, Illinois wouldn't know where Brandon, Manitoba is.
Yeah, it's straight north.
They have a great scouting system. Get those guys from Chicago in there. Dale Holmes with it now. Holmes to A.J. Skeppers. He's in the ball game. Skeppers wanting to get down low to Gilroy. Manages to retain possession for a slight moment, then lost it. Back come the Bobcats. That's Maurice Carter. Inside for Martin. He tried to dish it off. They tried to do a little bit of Hollywood there, and it didn't work.
That's one too many passes. And that's good for us because the Cougars got a break there.
Timeout called for the Cougars, and let's see what James Hillis has to say.
Keep your head up. Keep your head up. All right? Let's run 3 big on offense. All they're doing is denying reversal. Okay? Take them up high. We can reverse the ball on the dribble. We can reverse the ball through the high post. Okay? But all of a sudden we decided we're going to dribble into traffic and make cute passes. Okay? Make cute passes. That's not our game. Let's get the ball down low. If we drive, okay, take the shot, pull it out, what have you. Okay? Offensively right now, let's go 3 big. Okay? With you two and Dale. You two and Dale. Let's go.
Well, that's what I was thinking, too. They were forcing passes down underneath the bucket, and he wants them to go back to the game that they know best. And that's to get away from cutesy passes and dribbling the ball, trying to go to the hole.
10-4 here early on. 16:30 to go in this first half. In this game with winner take all as far as first place goes in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. Men trying to do what the women have done, and that is finish first in the conference. Gray with the turnaround. Correction, that's Lovelace with the turnaround. That falls, and the Bobcats are now up by 8.
He had what I call happy feet there. I thought they moved a little bit. Maybe the referees ought to just keep an eye on that.
Warnicki to Holmes. Holmes down low to Johnson. He gets it back outside to Skeppers. Skeppers, long range. That one falls in and out. And coming back with it for the Bobcats is Martin. Cougars don't want to let the Bobcats get a big lead on them right off the bat and have to play catch-up. Warnicki bringing it back up the floor now for the Cougs. Wanted to move around. Now passes it back outside the hole. Hole to Warnicki. Warnicki with some open space. Now gets into Johnson. Johnson lays it off the glass and in. Nice job by Warnicki there. He saw Johnson at the end. Was going to shoot. Decided against it. Passed it into Johnson.
What happens a lot?
What to do with it.
What happens a lot there is the defensive player takes his eye off the shooter to box out, and then that leaves the other offensive player open.
Martin cross court to Maurice Carter. Carter into Lovelace. Back to Passley. Passley stops, turns, and fires it in. Mark Passley with his first 2 points of the night. Warnicki with it now. Calling out the plays. Warnicki gets it up to Gilroy, top of the key. Gilroy wanted to see what to do with it. Gets it to Holmes. Holmes thought about the shot, then gets it down low to Skeppers. Skeppers in on Carter, puts it in.
Nice shot.
Roger Martin with it now for the Bobbies. to Lovelace. Down low to Gray, being watched by Gilroy. Gray turns, and again, just having no luck, gets the rebound. Goes out of bounds off of Gray. Made the nice spin move on Gilroy.
Oh. That was
But he
a
could
heck of a spin move. We got a break there at our end. Tough on the rebounds. Everybody's. It seems like the Bobcats are crashing the boards with a little more intensity than our Cougars are. That's the key to winning ball games, getting that second and third shot.
Holmes now wanting to move around Passley, going baseline, put up the shot. Had the shot disrupted, and Martin quickly brings it back for Brandon. Gives it to David Paris, who's in the ball game now. That's Gray in the top of the key, into Passley, nice pass.
That was a great look.
Passley, and he makes no mistake from 2 feet. Gilroy to Holmes. Holmes to Johnson. Johnson working on Lovelace. Made the move, but couldn't get the basket. Brandon will bring it back up the floor. That is David Paris. To Lovelace, to Gray. Gray a little heavy with that one as it falls off the rim. And now this is Holmes bringing it back for Regina. Holmes to Skepper. Got to watch AJ from the arc. He likes to put it up from there. Now this is Gilroy moving in, and a foul is going to be called here on Sean Gray. Scott Goble's going to come into the game for the Cougars. You just see him on your screen there momentarily. Entering the game as he comes in, Skeppers leaves.
We may see Coach Hillis putting a lot of players in and out today just to keep the players fresh.
Gilroy out to Goble. Goble wants to get it back to Gilroy, does so.
Oh, a little trouble handling the ball on that spin move.
Kevin tried to move around Sean Gray and go baseline, couldn't control it. And the Bobcats get possession. Martin bringing it up the floor, being watched by Goble. Now that's Gray with it. Out to Passley. Passley thought about putting up the 3, then drives the lane and makes the basket. Mark Passley now with 6.
They're making some tough shots, too, Mitchell. Those aren't easy shots.
A lot of off-balance shots.
Yes. That's what we call street ball.
Warnicki for 3, and you got nothing but air on that one. And now Martin with the long pass for Passley. And Mark Passley with the easy layup.
See, there's a 5-point turnaround, and I know Coach Hillis isn't happy about that. You miss a shot like that you missed a potential 3-pointer, and then now that's 3 down, and then they score 2 on you. There's a 5-point turnaround.
Right. Every damn guy's getting their butts kicked one-on-one. And down there, all we want to do is play one-on-one. Nobody runs an L-cut. I just scream at 2 guys to run an L-cut. What do? Dale, you go down there and run a straight pop. Run an L-cut because we're working too hard to get the ball in the wing. Okay? Let's go 1-3-1 on offense. Billy, you have to step up and be there for reversal. Okay? Down at this end, defensively, okay, we're going to go 1, right? But we're getting beat off the dribble like a drum. And then we're in help and recover, and that's when they find guys. Offensively, nobody's running. We're already 3/4 pace. 3/4. You 2 guys take the ball out of bounds. Fill the lane, get the ball up the sideline, look for early post. We're going half speed. We're going half speed. Okay, 1-3-1 and then into 3 big. Okay, let's go.
I guess he's calling it the way I'm seeing it because the Bobcats seem to be a step ahead of the Cougars right now. And all you're going to do is you got to pick up the hustle. I think there's a little bit of, big game jitters, and we'll iron that out, hopefully, Mitchell.
Well, they don't want to let the Bobcats get too far ahead. Hasn't been a good start here in this first 7 minutes. It is 20-8 for Brandon. Is that your partner, Bill Toffin?
No, that's, no, maybe that is. Now, that's what he's doing at nights when I... Sheesh.
Okay. Dale Holmes into Kevin Gilroy. Gilroy.
You may force Bill...
Out for Scott Goble. Goble to Holmes.
You may force Bill to watch his first basketball game.
I believe. Roger Martin with it now for the Bobcats. Gets it to Passley. That's David Paris. Correction again. Another awkward-looking shot, but finds the hole. 22-8 here for the Bobcats. Cougars got to get it going. Holmes to Johnson. Johnson. Nice defense here by the Bobcats. And I think we're going to have a foul here on Richard Lovelace as he hacked Johnson on the way up. And Johnson's going to go to the line.
Bill's still got that extreme quickness. He just blows by guys on that first step to the hole. He's just not completing the project, if you will. He's not closing.
Bill Johnson shooting almost 77% from the line.
He's coming back from about a bronchitis, so we hope that's not going to affect his play tonight. He looks pretty quick.
As you get a good look at the fifth-year art student. He makes the first one.
It's really key, Mitchell, in a game like this to get in the flow, and the Bobcats already have their flow. They seem to, from the opening tip-off, they have their flow. The Cougars just don't have their flow or the right set of guys out there together yet.
Johnson sinks both. The score now 22-10, 12 minutes to go in this first half. That's Mark Passley with the ball, being watched by Chad Solaire. Now that's Lovelace. Lovelace being watched by Johnson. Lovelace is going to put it up. That's going to fall off the side. Rebound and tipped home. That is Jacob All.
That hurts. That really hurts. You got to box guys out.
Holmes gets to the foul line, takes the shot. That falls out. And the Bobcats are going to bring it away again. Martin quickly to Lovelace. Lovelace being watched by Johnson. Now that's Passley. Passley with a lot of open space. Mark Passley has 8.
It's like Coach Hillis said a while ago. They're getting killed on the dribble. They're just like they're standing still.
Holmes to Solaire. Solaire back to Holmes. Holmes down low to Johnson. A lot of room for Johnson. Takes the shot. Fouled in the act. Billy was hoping the ball would fall. Didn't. He's going to go back to the line to shoot 2 more. Foul charged on David Paris at his first.
Well, you know, he's taking the ball the hole. He's at least getting to the foul line, which is better than nothing, as I always say.
So Johnson will try and put 2 more home. Fans still filing into the pack here. Jim pretty much packed tonight.
Yeah, and you see Coach Hillis, as I projected, and I suspected, he's moving a lot of substitutions in and out because he's going to start pressing very soon, I'm sure of it, and he needs fresh bodies to do that, and he's getting killed on defense. The Cougars look like they're standing still, so they've got to get the bodies in there that can stay with these guys.
Johnson, no mistake with both of those. He now has 6 on the night. Jacob Hall with it now, moving in on Terry Ross. And Hall called for the travel. Terry Ross out there playing with a gimpy left knee, I understand.
Yeah, and you know, I played with Terry, and I'll tell you what, you try to get around Terry like that, you got to go a long way around because he's a big house.
Actually, you know, Terry can win about second place in the Jeff Allen lookalike contest.
Yeah. He hit me pretty hard, too.
Warnicki with it. My apologies to Terry, by the way, for that shot.
Thank you very much. I've been taking shots all day. Should take a moment to remind you that my partner Bill Toppin and I do Regina Sports Talk on Cable Regina Channel 7 now. Look for us at 8:30 on Thursday nights.
I remember that show.
Yeah. Well, they wanted to spread out the workload there, Mitchell.
Warnicki will inbound it for the Cougars. They are down by 14.
They need every breath they can take right now, just to catch up with this game. Billy's going to take
Johnson with it from the baseline. Takes a big alley-oop by Chad Solaire. That'll get them fired up.
The Bobcat coach is calling it was over the cylinder, but you're not going to get that in the hometown arena.
Crowd buzzing on that one.
Yeah.
Back in the Bobcats. Now Jerry Hemmings looking for a foul as that shot by Denny Oliver didn't.
The key here is not to force things.
Warnicki to Johnson. Johnson from the outside. That falls off. Big air there by Richard Ashman as he comes down with the rebound. Now that's Gray with it. Gray takes the shot. He's fouled. And the foul being charged, I believe, on Johnson. No, they're going to call on 4 Ross, not 44 Johnson. That's Terry's first.
Yeah, and Terry Ross will take some fouls for you. He's a tough competitor, a well-rounded player, and he's very good on the defensive end, especially when they need somebody to box out down there and play some tough defense on their big guys. They've got to try and wear these guys down a bit, Mitchell, because I'll tell you right now, from what I can see, they're really too quick tonight. The Cougars have got to step it up to keep up with them.
Crowd still buzzing over that alley-oop slam by Chad Solaire.
Well, Chad was where he had to be, and they've got to charge those offensive boards. You win games with those second and third shots. Just like in hockey, being in front of the net, those rebounds, you got to get them.
Warnicki to Goebel. Goebel puts it up. That shot rejected by Sean Gray. Coming down with it is Pasley. He quickly gets it to James Blake. Blake to Ashman. Back to Blake to Pasley. Pasley leads the Bobbies with 8 right now. Now that's Gray with it. Back to Ashman. Quickly to Blake. Blake to Oliver as they move it around. There's the shot. That falls off. Gray with the rebound. Tries to put it back up, and there's going to be a foul charged here against, I believe, Bill Johnson. Billy does pick up the foul this time. Yeah. That's his first, and going to the line will be Sean Gray.
Well, I'll tell you what, these guys, Coach Jim Hennings has told these guys to just hammer the boards and just go at them because they're being very aggressive. They're putting the ball on the floor, and they're going. And when the defense cheats off or comes back off to help out, they just look for the open man. It creates an open shot. Boink, you're at the foul line.
Gray sinks both. He now has 7. 29-14 with 9:20 to go here in this first half. That's Chris Warnicki with it. Quickly giving it to Goebel, who gets it right back to Warnicki. Warnicki's pass for Johnson, intercepted by Ashman. He went to the floor, then got it to Gray. Gray quickly gets it up to Blake. There's an attempted alley-oop. That pass was just a little too low for Mark Pasley. Now Warnicki dishes it to Goebel. Goebel looks for the 3, then gets it to Warnicki, who looks for 3. That shot off. Ross with the rebound, and they're going to call it travel, and Terry Ross.
Good work by Terry in there, though. You see, that's what they've got to start doing. They've got to get in on those offensive boards and take advantage of these second and third shots. See, Coach Hill is substituting freely again, trying to keep the fresh bodies in there. He knows he's got to keep fresh bodies in there to keep up with this Bobcat team that seems to be possessed right now.
Bobcats certainly on fire here in this first half. They lead it by 15.
Well, that's only 5 three-pointers. That's the way I looked at it.
Always the optimist.
Yeah, that's right. It's a glass half full there, buddy.
James Blake with it now, being watched by Holmes.
You see, there's the kind of D they want.
Blake inside to Gray. Gray being watched by Gilroy. Johnson hacks it away, and now we're getting a foul. I think that's going to be called on Holmes.
It's a catch-22. You've got to be aggressive there. You've got to sneak down and help out with your other player, and then when that happens, if the offensive guy's on the ball, he's going to find the open guy that was left open.
Holmes indeed did get the foul. That's his first. Maurice Carter with it now. Outside to Oliver. Oliver down low to Lovelace. Lovelace had the ball knocked away from him. Gray managed to keep it. Now they're going to call it travel.
Wow.
Couldn't really see that because of a mass of bodies in there, but take the official's word for it, and Cougars will get the ball. Who knocked that ball out of Lovelace's hands? Did you catch that?
I don't know. Free hands flying in there. From our angle, it wasn't available.
Holmes bringing it up the floor, being watched by Blake.
We haven't seen too much pressing yet. That's just a full court man-to-man there, but...
Warnicki into Gilroy. Gilroy drives to the hole, puts it in.
That's the kind of thing you need. Build up the fouls on the opposition players. Take the ball down low and make something happen.
Count that basket.
1-3-1, run 1-3-1 next offense, okay? Run 1-3-1. Go to the wing. If the guy goes that far over, you can penetrate on 1-3-1 because they're denying so hard in the wing, okay? So
what he's saying there is he's trying to spread out the offense, get the wings wide open, and get some room.
Sean Gray with the foul. That's his second. Bobcats are going to have to be aware of that. Gilroy sinks the foul shot to complete the three-point play. He now has 7 on the night. Lovelace with it. Down to Ashman. Ashman to Blake. Back down low to Lovelace. Lovelace being watched by Warnicki. That's a mismatch.
Yeah.
Then the tip. That doesn't go. And Johnson comes down with it. Out to Holmes.
Chris Warnicki did a hell of a job on defense there. He put some weight on him.
Holmes with it. Barking out the signals. Wants Soler to move. Now Holmes spinning, turning, and hitting. Dale Holmes with his first bucket of the night. And the Cougars have reduced the deficit to 10. Lovely. To Ashman. Ashman down low to Gray. Nice pass by Ashman. Sean Gray makes no mistake. He now has 9. Lead back up to 12 now for the Bobcats.
Here comes the 1-3. Here comes the 1-3-1 that Coach Hillis was talking about. They want to open it up. You see how they're opening up the middle?
Holmes wanted to dish it off to Gilroy. The pass was not in his reach. And that's about the 4th turnover in the offensive zone for the Cougars, and you just can't have that.
Well, they're trying to force the ball down low to the big guys, and when they do, they're just passing into a busy passing lane. You know, they've either got to start using bounce passes or just be a little more careful.
Maybe start hitting a couple threes from the outside to loosen that defense up a little.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's exactly a good point, Mitchell.
Martin
Make a couple of threes.
To Gray. Gray thought about shooting, then some good movement. That's Roger Martin from the corner. That doesn't go. Gilroy picks up the rebound. Here comes the fast break. Gilroy to Solaire, who puts it in. Nice fast break there by the Cougars.
Excellent ball handling by the big guy, Gilroy.
Maybe
that's very impressive.
He didn't get called for the charge there.
Well, that's a touch and go.
And there's a walk, and I'll tell you what. Crowd's starting to get energized here. Timeout, Brandon.
Rarely, you talk about that charge potential there. Rarely do they call that one when they're moving that quickly.
The big guy shows some steam as he comes running down the floor.
Okay, we've got a replay to look at here. You can see Gilroy coming here. See, he made the move into him so the referee let them play. Generally, you've got to have a full body between the guys.
Okay? We got to keep getting it done on D here now. The offense is coming around. Okay? Let's, Holmes, within reason, let's get some more transition here. I think we can get him in early post. Okay? Let's go.
Coach Jim, or I should say James. We call him Jimmer affectionately.
I know you do.
Yes. Letting the guys know to run, run, run.
Warnicki to Holmes. Back to Warnicki. Outside to Gilroy. To Solaire. Cougars moving the ball around. That's Warnicki with it now.
See, Dale Holmes sensed the mismatch down there. Oh, didn't come to him.
Warnicki wanted to dish it off, and again, the attempted dish ends up in the Brandon hands. That's Maurice Carter for 3, and he drives a spike into the fans here as he sinks the 3. Warnicki coming all the way back, wants to dish it off again, got himself a little bit of trouble. Managed to get out of it, and now Holmes has it. Holmes tried to get to Gilroy again.
It's just either the Bobcats are buzzing bees around our guys, or our guys are just rushing it just a little bit. That's the way I'm seeing it. They just want to do so well, they're just forcing things.
Cougars got a break there as Martin lost the ball as he was trying to go around Holmes, so the Cougars retain possession.
You notice the Cougars play so much better and so much more disciplined when Mark Holmes has the ball. He's the guy that's
Gilroy with it. Off the window, that doesn't fall. Bobcats there for the rebound. I think they have grabbed every defensive rebound down there tonight. That's Passley with it. Passley into Gray. Gray being watched by Gilroy, and take the bus next time. He walked. Sean, there's a bus stop just outside here. You can take that next time.
Dale Holmes with the point position. You see, here's that 1-3-1 offense that Coach Hillis is talking about.
Dale Holmes might want to start putting up some threes. As I said, he's a guy, 40, almost 45%.
They know that, though, Mitchell.
Another turnover for the Bobcats. That's Passley.
Oh, good D by Goebel.
Goebel. To Pod out to Skeppers. He wanted to get it down low to Holmes, and it was kicked out of bounds by Gray.
Now, going back to what you were saying earlier about Dale Holmes and the three-pointers, the problem is they know he can hit like heck, and they're in his shorts out there. He can't get open. They're not letting him breathe.
Skeppers wanted to get it to Holmes, and again, yet another turnover. That's Maurice Carter with it. Carter drives the lane. That shot fails. Big rebound for Lovelace. I'll tell you what, the Cougars just getting murdered on the boards on both ends.
Yeah.
And we got another timeout, and I'll tell you what, I don't think James Hillis is going to be very happy when you hear this.
No.
Listen, they're all over all the place, okay? They're going high on every screen and just shooting into gaps to steal the ball. And we're coughing it up, all right? Guy on the baseline there, Holmes, that guy goes that high, we flash the inside guy over, right? But bottom line is, guys, we're just turning the ball over too much. Our offense is okay when we're actually getting a shot at the basket, and our defense, who knows, because all they're doing is running down in transition and scoring. We need to look after the basketball. Three big. Let's get some inside looks. Reestablish that triangle on the same side. Let's go.
Maybe I should be in coaching, Mitchell. I think I just said that. Really, that's what they're doing. They're trying to take
over here. We'll talk to James at the half.
Yeah,
Over. Okay. All right.
That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing them forcing the ball in the passing lanes, and the passes just aren't there. And the Bobcats are playing great defense. You got to be a little more patient. There's still a whole half of basketball to go.
Yeah, give a lot of credit to the Bobbies. Gilroy for three. That falls off the rim, and Martin brings it back up for the Bobcats. Brandon ranked number 10 in the country going into this game. The Cougars, I believe James Hillis told me, ranked 11th. Martin. Roger Martin into Pasley. Passed with the pass to Gray, and he connects.
Backdoored him.
Sean Gray has 11. Holmes. Dale Holmes with it.
Okay.
Inside to Gilroy. Gilroy can't find anybody open, being watched by Gray. Finally gets it out to Skeppers. He gets to Holmes. Holmes puts it up. And that one off the mark. And here come the Bobcats again. A basket here, and they'll be up by 19.
That's if they only take it two.
Pasley to Lovelace. That's Carter with it now. Maurice Carter tries to drive the lane. Ball was knocked away from him. Brandon will retain possession. 7 to go on the shot clock.
It's like the Bobcats are playing at 25 miles an hour and the Cougars are playing at 18.
That pass knocked out of bounds by Holmes, so they'll do it again. Billy Johnson checks back in for the Cougars. A.J. Skeppers will sit down. Lovelace for three. Oh,
boy. That's going to break your back.
Yep. 41-21 Brandon. It is all Bobcats in this first half.
You said it, Mitchell. Luckily, we played 2 halves in basketball.
Yes. And let's hope the second one is a lot better for those guys in your picture than what the first half been. Foul charged on Mark Pasley, his first. Bill Johnson to go to the line. He is 4 for 4 from the line tonight. Of course, if the Cougars can win tonight, they will host the GPAC finals, likely against the same Brandon Bobcats, March 13th to 15th. If they lose, they will host the semifinal against, I believe, the Winnipeg Westmen. And that will go the weekend of March 6th to 8th, the same weekend as the Lady Cougars take on, most likely, the University of Manitoba in the GPAC Ladies Final. What would be a rematch of last year's exciting, thrilling 3-game final. Johnson with the lay-in.
That's the old do unto others you'd have them do to you. The Bobcats have been doing that same thing all this first half.
Johnson has 9. He's the top Cougar scorer on the night. That's Pasley with it. Mark Pasley with the ball. Now he gets it down to Ashman. Ashman moves around Holmes. And
once you get that turn,
no problem.
Once you get that inside step, you're already at the hoop, and that's what he just did.
Bobcats with a lot of easy baskets tonight, looks like, Jeff.
Well, you know, they've got that quicker step, Mitchell. That's what I'm seeing. They're just getting the step on him, and once you've got a step at this level, you're blowing right by the guy.
Johnson couldn't get the roll, and the Bobcats bring it back up. They lead it by 19, 43-24. Certainly not the type of game that many expected here at the Pack. That's Carter being watched by Gilroy. Ball's loose, and Martin retains possession. Brandon just winning the battle of the boards. That's one of the big reasons why they're up by 19. They're getting everything.
I'll tell you one thing.
This is a 3, and it's in. That's lovely.
I'll tell you one thing. To their credit, the referees are letting the both teams play tonight, too. There's a bit of roughhousing going on underneath there, but it's healthy roughhousing.
Johnson wants to dish it out to Gilroy. I believe we're going to get a foul charged here on Pasley. Charged on 52 Ashman instead. That's his first. As we get a look at Scott Goebel catching up with the fluids. Johnson back to the line. He spent a lot of the first half at the charity stripe.
Yeah, he just hasn't been hitting them all, you know.
5 of 6.
There we go. The coaches like you to hit every single one of these. Never happens, but they want you to. There you go. Well, Mitchell, who would have thought we had a 20-point game at this point with 1 minute left to go in the first half?
Certainly not me. Oh, Pasley with it. Pasley being watched by Holmes. That's Maurice Carter with it now. Carter has 6 in the evening. The Bobcats have sunk 4 from three-point land. That shot's off the mark, and then it's Goebel attempting to swat it off the foot of Carter, but I think Goebel was out of bounds when he touched it. So the Bobcats retain possession. They get a new 30. We have less than a minute to go in this first half of play. Pasley to Carter. Carter down low to Lovelace.
Yeah.
And Richard walks.
Happy feet.
He can join Sean at the bus stop.
Yeah, happy feet.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. And here comes Holmes.
You know, they're bunching up.
That's Goebel with it. Out to Holmes. Dale for 3. Count it.
Needed that one.
That ball finds nothing but the bottom of the net, and that's a big three-pointer for the Cougars and for Dale Holmes. Hopefully he can find his touch in the second half for the guys in goal. Carter to Lovelace. Lovelace wanting to go around Johnson.
Oh.
Richard likes to walk.
Yeah, he likes to walk. Well, that's that street ball game. Telling you. But give credit to Bill Johnson, who played some excellent defense there that forced that.
Whistle goes here as they inbound a little too quick. Not much time here for the Cougars. Only 2 seconds to get off a shot. I think they might put a couple more seconds on the clock here is what they might do. Dale Holmes says there should be 2.5 seconds on the clock. They started the clock off the inbounds pass. And of course, Jeff, you don't do that until you've touched the ball.
Yeah, that's right.
So they put that 0.6 of a second back on the clock. 2.5 seconds to go. Definitely last shot time here for the Cougars. Long touchdown pass for Gilroy. That pass doesn't go anywhere. Carter picks it up. Fires the long shot, but that goes nowhere near. Gilroy has some words for the official as he thought he was pushed.
Yeah.
Jeff, that first half definitely not what James Hillis wanted.
Well, as I said earlier, it's like the Bobcats were playing at 25 miles an hour and the Cougars are playing at 18. They've got to get their speeds together. They've got to get tougher on defense in the second half, and they've got to cut down on the turnovers. The turnover numbers for the Cougars have got to be a season high already.
One half in the books. It's the Brandon Bobcats 46, the Regina Cougars 29. You're watching GPAC basketball on cable Regina, Regina Television Channel 7. Second half action right after. Back at the pack for second half action. You get a look at the Cougars. They need to do something. They are down 46-29. Jeff, not many highlights for the home team in the first half, but one was an outstanding slam dunk by Chad Solaire. We're going to get a look at it here. It came off the inbounds play.
Well, you see, that's a move and a shot by Bill Johnson, but there's the follow-up and the dunk. And, of course, I remember the Bobcat coach was screaming on that play, saying the ball was over the cylinder. And as I look at it a second time, I think he's right, but, well...
I think you're wrong. There's your score, 46-29 at the half. We look at the first half stats for Brandon. Their top scorer, Richard Lovelace, he has 12. Sean Gray has 11. Mark Passley has 10. For the Cougars, Bill Johnson, their top man, with 11. Then it's Kevin Gilroy with 7. The story of that first half, turnovers. It only says 12-10, but a lot of the Brandon turnovers were traveling
exactly.
calls. And the rebounds, 22-13 Brandon.
Oh, that's the big difference right there. And also the shooting percentages. 51% from the floor for Brandon and 38% for the Cougars. And look at this in the three-point area, 80% for Brandon. Now, that's going to kill you.
Numbers have got to improve for Regina. Will it happen? Let's see. Podwin has the ball to start the second half for the Cougs. Now it's Dale Holmes with it. If Reggie Cougar gets out of my way, I'll tell you that's Podwin with it. And it's Johnson. Johnson lays it in on the second attempt.
Reggie Cougar? I thought that was Bill Toppin.
Get him out of the way.
That's Bill Toppin, my partner.
Cage that thing up. Martin. Into Passley. Passley with a nice first half. He wants to get down low to Gray. There's a steal, and that's Johnson with it. Johnson with some problems. Couldn't control it, and then he takes the foul, probably more out of frustration than anything. As Johnson made the nice steal, then had it sort of in his feet, between his legs. Couldn't get control of it, had the ball taken away. You can see the frustration on Billy.
You know in football how they always say the big guy should just fall on the ball?
Yep.
Never try to run a fumble. Well, that's the kind of thing we're talking about. The guard should be dribbling the balls up, should hang on to that and pass it off.
Well, I'm sure Johnson would have done that if he could have gained control of it. He just couldn't find the handle.
Yeah.
So Johnson picks up his second foul, and Lovelace sinks both. Podwin playing with 2 fouls. Johnson also has 2 fouls. Nobody really in foul trouble here as we start the second half for either team. Podwin, far side. Now decides to drive to the basket, stop and threw it into Holmes.
Another turnover, a forced pass. Ridiculous move. Sorry. You get pinched down on the baseline like that and try to make a pass like that, you might as well just give them the ball.
Roger Martin with the ball for the Bobcats, calling out the plays, being watched ferociously by Warnicki. Manages to get it over to Carter. Maurice Carter, who had 6 in the first half. The pass for Gray, knocked away by Gilroy. Bobcats retain possession, 15 to go on the shot clock. Maurice Carter to inbound for the Bobcats. Gets to Lovelace, who quickly gives it to Sean Gray. Gray wanted to move around Gilroy. Now that's Lovelace for 3. That one way off the mark. Gray with the rebound.
Oh, that hurt.
And the easy follow.
That hurts.
Holmes to Warnicki for 3. That falls off. Gilroy, nice job at the port. Gilroy following up, puts it home. And the native of East End has 9. Roger Martin to Mark Passley. Passley down low, back to Martin. That shot was forced, and Gilroy quickly to Holmes, quickly to Johnson, and the pass. The touchdown pass just out of Billy's fingertips.
Ironically,
Brandon
I was talking about football.
They're just not getting breaks.
Yeah, they're trying. They're trying.
They can close the gap to 10. We might have ourselves a new ball game, but they got a lot of work to do to close that gap to 10. Now there's a foul charged on Holmes. That's his second. Brandon saying, hey, that should be a shooting foul. Refs say otherwise. So they will inbounds it. Maurice Carter will do the duty. That's Gray with it. Gray trying to find his way to the trees, and ball gets knocked to the bound, and they're going to say Regina ball. Here comes Warnicki. Cougars need to make a run, and they need to make a run about now. Actually, they needed to make a run about 5 minutes ago, if you know what I mean as far as urgency goes. Holmes down low to Gilroy. Gilroy with the hook. Rebound. That doesn't fall. Gilroy with it again. And Bill, the old adage, if you don't succeed at first, try again.
Tenacity.
Kevin Gilroy, and
That's
finally, he puts it home.
Going strong on those boards, that's the way to get back into a ball game.
Cougars need some tough D here, and they got it.
Yeah.
As Gilroy managed to steal the pass from Gray. And Gilroy couldn't control possession of the ball, so Brandon's going to keep possession of it with 18 to go on the shot clock. 17:07 to go in the second half. Your score 50-35. If you're just joining us, I'm Mitchell Blair along with Jeff Allen. And this is GPAC basketball from the university. The Cougars against the Brandon Bobcats in a winner-take-all game as far as first place goes. And more importantly, a bye to the conference finals in a couple weeks' time. Carter gets to the top of the key, puts up a bad shot, gets his own rebound, and makes the basket.
It's a basic basketball move. Follow your own shot.
Holmes for three. Count it.
We needed that. We got to get in their shorts defensively. We've got to get on them and just stick to them like glue. Cut off those passing lanes.
Gray being watched by Gilroy. Two of the top players in GPAC right there, and then Gray with the dish to Ashman, and he throws it down with authority. Holmes to Warnicki for three, and that just falls off the rim. Gilroy can't get the rebound. Gray has it, bringing it back up floor. Carter to Martin as they slow it down. That's Carter. High bank off the window, doesn't fall, and Johnson to Holmes. Holmes, quick pass to Gilroy. Nice pass to Gilroy. Gilroy banks it off the window. He has 13. Kevin Gilroy's got his game going.
Yeah, just about half his game average right now.
Now the ball's loose. There's an attempted steal, and they do steal it. That's a good job of hustle there by Warnicki and Podman. Now Warnicki to Holmes. Back to Warnicki for three. No. Martin. Bring it back up the floor. That's Carter for three. That could be a killer. That ball falls off. Ball still loose. Gray with the tip. Lost possession of it. Brandon keeps possession. Gray looking for a foul. Sorry, Sean. You're not going to get one.
No. They're working hard on those boards, though. It seems like the Cougars have picked it up a bit on the defensive rebound end. But what they're doing, you can see.
Just hold on for 1 second, Jeff. Bobcats call timeout. Continue.
Yeah. They're just still beating the Cougars on backdoor plays. Easy, quick passes are getting them to the hole. Yeah, Coach.
Okay. Offensively, I want 1-3-1 next time down, okay? We can't get it into Kev on that screen. Be patient, because we've got that screening action, back screen, and run through. Billy, you got to be active in the high post there. If it's vacated, you can roll down and demand the ball, because you're scoring inside, okay? Just got to keep getting stops. Don't let Carter get offensive rebounds, okay? Let's go.
There you go. Coach Hill is directing what he wants there, and of course, Bill Johnson has got that great first step down low, and that's where he wants the ball to go.
Inbound play. Warnicki tipped it out of bounds. Brandon keeps possession of it. Martin with it, being watched by Warnicki. That's Lovelace with it down. Martin. Ashman being watched by Johnson. That shot was knocked out of his hands by Johnson. This is Gilroy. Gilroy dishes it to Warnicki. Warnicki with the easy little hoop. And for Chris Warnicki, surprisingly enough, Jeff, that's his first two of the night.
Yeah, the ball's just not dropping for him. And Chris is a strong player, and he's a hustler. Look at him on defense now. The game will come together for him.
Lovely. Crowd trying to urge the Cougars on. That's Gray in the corner. Gray down low. Pass is knocked away by Johnson. Now Ashman has it again. Gets it out to Carter. Carter, nice scoop for the basket.
Oh, boy.
Warnicki. Now that's Holmes. Holmes cuts baseline. Stop and hits it. Nice runner by Dale Holmes.
There's nobody else in this city, in this province, that can do that shot except Dale Holmes. That's a running fall-away shot with balance. It's a beauty, and it's a Dale Holmes original.
Martin, listen to the crowd, urge the Cougars on. Martin puts it up. The ball is loose. Johnson picks it up. Had it for a moment. Now Warnicki gets it. Cougars have it. Holmes. And that's a foul there on Roger Martin.
All right.
He undercuts Dale Holmes. And crowd starting to get into it here. And maybe, just maybe, we're going to have a game.
Yeah, watch this again.
As we get a look at Dale Holmes, I think we're going to see that falling runaway.
No,
Or should I say that running follow-away?
that is probably the toughest shot because you have to square your shoulders to the hole, fade away, and change your direction and your momentum, and still put the ball in.
Falling runaway, running follow-away, they're all the same.
Yeah.
Warnicki now with the shot. That
They're all the same tough.
a little too strong. Back come the Bobcats. That's Maurice Carter.
Now, there's a mismatch
The
there.
Lovely. Back to Carter. Carter being watched by Podwin, the battle of the 20s. Gray with it now. Johnson watching Gray. Gray moves on Johnson. Johnson looking charged. A lot of the fans looking for that too. And now we're going to get a foul over the back. I think it's going to be Carter called on that. Actually, no, they're going to call Ashman on it. That's his second. Jeff, I can feel the old momentum sway
Just a little bit, you know.
As there you take a look at Christine Stapleton, the coach of the first place Lady Cougars. They, of course, are going to host the GPAC Championship here March 6th to 8th.
Number 1 ranked as well.
Number 1 ranked.
In the country.
Oh, Gilroy with the follow-up and the Holmes miss. Gilroy just like a bulldog.
There you go. That's how you win, but that's how you get back in it. You got to go hard on the boards, hard on the boards. Now they're doing a little trash talking there.
Gilroy's got 15. The deficit is 10. Lovelace with it. Richard Lovelace from the corner. That misses. Warnicki gets high for the rebound. Long pass to Holmes. Dale Holmes.
All right. I feel a timeout coming.
The deficit is 8.
I feel a timeout coming, and here it comes.
Here it comes. Listen to this crowd. You know, I know that U of R athletic director Dick White would love to have a new gym.
Yeah.
But you can't beat the coziness of this gym when it comes to this gym being packed.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, it's got to bother these guys when they're right down on top of them.
Steve Podwin, designated screener for him. Okay? You find him, pop out. All right? If they don't have a post to him, if Kev's out on the perimeter, then you set a screen for him again. You understand? Yeah. So, Kev, you post up. You post up. If you don't get it, you're going to have to step out short corner or something, so Stevie's got an angle there to screen. Okay? Billy and Dale, all right, I want you guys to look every once in a while, maybe set a ball screen for Dale. Dale, if you turn the corner, great. If not, you back dribble. Allow Billy to roll down, get set, pump it into him. Okay? Just patient offense. That was a bad shot. We can't afford too many more. Okay? That's all right, okay? You're one-on-one. Listen up here.
Take a look here at a couple of highlights in the past couple of minutes. First of all, again, take a look at just the tenacious work of Kevin Gilroy on the boards. He just does not give up on that ball. Now we're also going to see the steal here that occurred. I think it was just before this series of that Gilroy basket. And actually, I guess we'll catch up on that.
Now we got to play now.
Just a couple seconds.
And I noticed on those last couple plays there was a little chatting going on, some trash talking with Sean Gray and Kevin Gilroy up and down the court.
Oh, those are the top players for each team.
That may come to something.
Jacob Hall back to Mark Pasley. Holmes watching Pasley. Pasley takes it strong to the hole. Ball's underneath. That's Hall with it, and Hall scores. A lot of big trees in there underneath the basket. Now Holmes puts up one, but maybe he should have thought better of, and back come the Bobcats. Cougars need a stop here.
Big time stop here.
Hall to Lovelace. Lovelace could have shot and sided against it. Now that's Gray. Gray winding his way in, and he is fouled on the play. Billy Johnson with the foul. That's his third. And another timeout is called, this one to James Hillis and the Cougars. So once again, we'll take you inside the Cougar huddle.
Okay, they're going to try to pound down Sean Gray every time now. Okay, so that's where we got to help a little bit. Don't allow him to dribble in there. Don't allow him to dribble. Make him pitch it out, and then we can rotate and recover. That wasn't what we needed offensively. Okay? Okay, guys, we got this to 10 now. Okay? Let's keep chipping it away from down to 10. Okay? We don't want them to have a run here. They're going to change things a little bit offensively. They're going to be very, very methodical. They're going to force us to play for 30 seconds. That's fine. Okay? That's fine. Okay? Next, defense. I want, next time we score, we're going to go passive, but to 1. Okay? Passive to 1. We just want them to eat some time. As soon as the ball gets near to half, find your guy. Okay? Rotate out and find your guy. Okay? Offensively, down here, let's just go motion. No, let's go low and run the backside, then come back with motion. Okay?
You can see Coach Jim has basically said what you said. They didn't need that shot the last time down offensively. He's telling the guys to be patient, chip away at the 10 points, hit 2 at a time. There's lots of time, 11 minutes, 43 seconds to go. And he's also saying they're going to get the ball down to Sean Gray, which we were talking about. Yeah, they want to get it down the big guy to draw fouls.
That's Sean Gray right there, putting up the first of 2, and he thinks the first one. Sean Gray now with 14 on the night for the Bobcats. Actually, correction, he has 15. And now he has 16. Holmes. The Cougars try and cut the deficit back to 10. That's Warnicki with it, back to Holmes. Holmes inside to Gilroy. Gilroy takes it strong to the hole, and foul is going to be charged here against Jacob Hall. That will be his first. And I do believe Mr. Gilroy will head to the line.
Jacob Hall's complaining a little bit about Kevin Gilroy leaning in with the elbow. And maybe after he's played 5 seasons, he'll learn how to do it properly as well.
Tell you what, the Cougars are going to have a big hole to fill when this guy's career comes to an end. And it would sure be nice to see his final 2 GPAC games played in this gymnasium.
Yeah. Well, they've got to work hard now to get it.
Gilroy only sinks 1 of the 2. Kevin has 9 in the second half, 16 of the game. Passling being watched by Holmes. That's Blake in it now. Inside to Gray. Gray knocked Gilroy down. Couldn't connect on the shot, though, and back comes Regina. Holmes about lost control of his footing there as he put the brakes on. Warnicki with it now. Coach Hill is sitting on the sidelines just shaking his head.
Yeah, saying lots of time. Don't force it. Don't force it.
Podwin out to Gilroy.
You got to get more movement.
And on the shot clock.
That's it.
Warnicki for 3. That's way off the mark. And then we're going to get a foul charged here. I think it's going to be on Podwin. And for Steve, that's his 3rd.
There's lots of time left on that clock, on that shooting clock. They've got to take better shots than that. More high percentage shots than that one.
Blake has the pass tipped away by Warnicki. It goes out of bounds. Bobcats will retain possession, and checking in is Scott Goebel, as you see him just enter your screen. Warnicki will check out, and Terry Ross also checks in with Podwin going out. Blake pushes it outside for Hall. I thought Hall stepped out of bounds. Doesn't matter. He threw the ball away, and it will be Regina bringing it down the floor. Dale Holmes to Gilroy. Back to Holmes. Little perimeter action here for the Cougars. Goebel to Terry Ross. Terry Ross going to put it up from 3.
Terry can hit that shot.
Okay.
Tough to hit right off the bench, though.
Passley leaned in, hit the basket. There's going to be a foul charged on the play. Basket won't count. Foul is charged to Holmes. That's his third.
Jim's gotten quite quiet again. Only 11
He said he doesn't want these guys to get on a run.
No. They're holding them.
That's what they're on the verge of doing here.
Well,
Blake to Gray. Gray knocks Gilroy down, and they are going to call charge, or what do they call him? Kevin or Sean?
yeah.
They are going to call the offensive foul on Sean Gray.
And Kevin Gilroy took the beating on that one to get his team a foul.
Big possession here for Regina. Ball kicked out of bounds. Johnson will inbound it. New 30. Holmes. To Goebel. Goebel down to Gilroy. Gilroy flips it driving. Baseline, lost possession of it. Blake tried diving for the loose ball. Couldn't gain control before it went out of bounds, so Regina retains possession. 9:45 to go. Home team down by 11. Pass into Holmes. Back to Gilroy. Gilroy puts it off the window.
Looking for the three-pointer there.
Had a lot of contact underneath, but
Yeah, he was looking for it. Referees
Let him
didn't
play.
see it.
Blake. Bobcats, I think, will want to kill a lot of the clock here. They'll take up a lot of the 30 before they shoot.
Yeah.
Pass inside for Gray. Gray double team.
Oh.
Johnson with the block. And then they're going to call Johnson a foul. And that's 4 on Bill. Nice block.
Yeah, here comes the substitution.
And now it's decision time now. And is Hillis going to have to take Johnson out? Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
Billy's a little bit frustrated to see A.J. Skepper give him some support. So Skepper's checked in for Johnson. Lovelane to Blake. James Blake to Richard Ashman. To Gray, back to Lovelace. Lovelace for 3, count it.
Oh, boy, that's got to hurt.
Richard Lovelace, his third three-pointer of the night. He has 17. Goebel to Gilroy. Gilroy puts the fake on, and then...
That's where you want the ball. That's where you want the ball right now.
Deficit back to 10. Pass is moving around. Gilroy stolen by Holmes, but they're going to call Kevin on the foul.
Yeah, he gave him a little bit of hip check around the corner there.
At the line, Mark Passley. Passley had a quick 8 to start the game. Hasn't touched the score sheet since. Gilroy, the leading scorer on the night, he has 20. Of course, if the Cougars win this game, they will play March 13th to 15th at home in the GPAC Finals. If they lose, they'll be in semifinal action March 6th to 8th here at home. Of course, that's the same weekend that the ladies basketball team will host the GPAC Finals.
That's right.
We're hoping for a much different result in this year's GPAC Final than we had in last year's. You weren't here for that.
No, I wasn't.
But I'll tell you what, that was a game, game 3.
I was told to forget about that.
Yeah, well, you wanted it. Gilroy with the shot. He was fouled on the way up. Ball didn't fall through, but Kevin's going to go to the line.
One of the great things about getting the ball down low to a guy like Kevin at this time of the game is if he's going to miss, he's going to get the free throws and the clock stops. So it's a good way to catch up without losing time off the clock.
Kevin, no slouch from the line. He's hitting 78.6% of his shots from the stripe.
There's no slouch as a rebounder either, averaging almost 10 rebounds a game.
No slouch, period.
Yeah.
Gets the roll. 10-point game again, yep. We're on the same wavelength. That's scary. Martin
certainly is.
to Passley. Passley being watched by Gilroy. Passley moving in off, takes a shot from the top of the key and nails it. Holmes. Big Goebel. Goebel to Gilroy. Gilroy looks at driving baseline, winding his way in, takes the shot.
There you go. He's into his groove now. But they've got to do something about this deficit.
Gilroy has 18 in the second half.
I'm imagining that Coach Hillis is going to have to start pressing. You see,
Gray. 29 points in the second half for the Cougars. Gilroy has 18 of them.
But they've got to
Billy
start
Johnson's
looking.
going to come back onto the floor here, so Gilroy takes a shot, and that's going to be a travel.
Mitch, they've got to start pressing. They've got to start looking to turn the ball over. They've got to get to force some turnovers.
Pretty soon that panic button's going to be pushed.
Well, you don't want to wait till there's only 2 minutes left. You want to start pressing that button right now. Here comes the press.
Yep.
Not much.
Martin to Lovelace. Lovelace puts it up. That one doesn't fall. Gilroy grabs the rebound. Gives it to Holmes. Dale Holmes brings it up the floor for the U of R. Holmes calling the plays to Skeppers. Skeppers back to Holmes. Holmes. To Johnson. That ball went loose, and then Lovelace tried to chase it down. Went into the Cougar bench.
I don't quite know what they were doing there. Dale Holmes took the ball right down there where it got to a jammer. I think
Goebel with it. Shot clock running down, and that's a foul on Martin. It'll be his first.
Shooting, he's shooting the ball. Run the side, players, go.
Coach Hillis, of course, not happy with the call.
Of course not.
What a surprise.
Goebel. To Skeppers. Skeppers down low to Holmes. Inside to Johnson, blocked by Gray. Back comes Martin. Martin to Passley. Passley. Counted as the foul is going to go against Skeppers.
Uh-oh.
Now that might have been the straw that broke the old proverbial camel's back. Johnson not happy there. He's having words with the ref.
I'm saying the same thing.
Ray J. Skeppers, it's his first foul. And the Bobcats may be feeling pretty confident now as they lead it by 14, maybe 15 here. As you see Passley at the line. Doesn't connect in his attempt for the 3-point play. Back comes Holmes. They might have to board up that basket down here to my right. Otherwise,
Well,
Brandon Bobcats are going to be GPAC regular season champions.
they've
Holmes
really
with
got
the
to...
three. That missed. Gilroy's tip didn't go. And this is Martin. To Carter. Carter drives to the hole, and he is going to be called on the charge.
It's almost like they called that one up to even up the other one. We need to get some turnovers here. The Cougars have to start pressing, get some turnovers. They've got to start hammering the boards, and they've got to hit some shots. And within about a minute's time, they better start hitting some threes.
And a lot of them.
Or they're going to be taking busts.
Holmes to Johnson. Johnson turns, has it fall off the front rim. Holmes for three. No. Rebound. Johnson underneath, and we're going to get a foul.
That's the way to work hard.
Johnson's going to go to the line as the foul is called on Mo Carter. It's his third. I think there's a lifestyle difference from Chicago, Illinois to Brandon, Manitoba.
I was just wondering if there's anybody Canadian on this team.
You know, while we take a look at the roster here, well, most of the Cougars are from Regina. How many guys are from Brandon? Oh, none.
None, and the rest are all from the center of the universe. That's Toronto or Chicago or someplace.
A couple guys from Halifax, a couple guys from Illinois.
Do we give out scholarships in this country?
I don't know. Well, I told you they all take Flintstones trivia.
Yeah, like some of the courses they take, but let's be careful what we say. I think they offer them a meal ticket. That's what it is. A couple of tickets to McDonald's or something.
That'd be Burger King.
No, they don't have them there in Brandon.
Oh, okay. Lovelace called on the travel. As you see, Brandon coach Jerry Hemmings in the background protesting that. And this is Warnicki. Into Gilroy. Gilroy. Scoop. Basket.
Okay. Still 11 points with 5.5 to go, Mitchell.
This thing isn't over yet.
No, it's not. And now Mr. Gray.
There's not much room left on that rope, but it's not over yet. Martin to Gray.
This is a big play right here.
Being watched by Johnson. Now that's Pasley. In low to Gray. Gray off the rim. Johnson pulls it down.
That's exactly what we needed. Now we need a bucket.
Now this is Skepper. Skepper's going to take it to the hole, and it's this falls. Gilroy with the follow-up.
Working hard.
21 for Gilroy in the second half. 28 on the game. Kevin Gilroy is doing everything for Regina in this second half. Warnicki and Martin share a little moment at center court. Timeout, Brandon.
Okay, here's AJ going to the hole, and Gilroy right where he wants to be, charging the offensive boards.
Three big.
Good drive by AJ.
Kevin out on the wing. Okay, we're gonna got Kevin, Billy, Steve. Okay, Steve in the post, Kevin on the wing on that side. Okay, if you can post that guy and we can score there, get it in. All right, you're gonna have to make your move quick before all the big boys come down and descend on you. Okay, if not, we get the ball to Billy on reversal. All right, and then we've got our best screener. Okay, setting the screen right there. Okay, and then Billy, you dive down. Okay, you dive down. All right, now we're getting it done because we're getting some stops. Okay, we've got to, when they pitch the ball inside and they've got everyone high, we got to get some guys down there helping out at this point, guys. We can't allow them to shoot 4-footers. All right, we've got to help down, make sure that guy doesn't dribble. Okay, and then all 5 guys on the D glass, and we come out and off we go. Okay, let's go.
Okay, there's Coach Hillis telling it the way it is. Notice that Coach James is quite well behaved tonight.
I wonder if that would have anything to do with the fact that he's got something in his pocket.
Well,
he's wearing a wire.
I play on the senior men's league team with Coach Hillis. I know what he's normally like, so maybe I'll suggest that they put a mic on him every game.
I know watching the curling this week that Christy Lewis from Kathy Charles' rink doesn't like having a wire from the TSN guys.
Yeah.
I don't know if James is too crazy about having a wire from the Channel 7 guys.
No.
If the ref will get out of the way, I tell you who had the ball. No one can tell you that. It's Sean Gray. Gray wanted to get the pass. It was rejected by Gilroy. Then he gets it down low. Ball stolen by Warnicki. Warnicki to Gilroy. Look out! It's in there! Oh, Kevin could have sent this gym into an eruption if he would have slammed them, and he decides instead to just put in the easy layup. Hey, folks, guess what? We got a 7-point game.
He was a little out of control on that play. He did all he could to stop, square up, and just roll that in.
Warnicki fouls Martin. That's his first. We're going to take a look at that last basket again.
Watch here where he has to gather his feet here, see? That's not as easy as it looks. He makes it look easy.
Gilroy with 30, and I've run out of room on my score sheet for him.
You have?
Yep.
Here, let me move over.
No, that's okay. Martin takes the first one. He now equals his first half output.
Well, you know, the Cougars are doing what they had to do to get back in this. They're charging up here. They're forcing some turnovers, as you see, and they're getting easy buckets, and they're also following their shot on offense and getting some offensive rebound action.
Three-pointer would sure look nice here. Would cut the deficit to 6.
Well, you don't want to force it either. You got lots of time.
No, you don't, but it would sure tighten things up a little bit.
Yeah, oh, you got it. See, like Bill Johnson down.
Johnson with the spin, and that just doesn't fall for Bill.
Yeah.
But he will go to the line to shoot 2. Tell you what, Jeff, for a first half that looked as if we were in for sort of a yawner here tonight, this has certainly turned into be a one that looks as if it could go right down to the final second.
It looked like the Battle of the Bulge, and we were on the wrong side.
Yep.
To me, it looked like Brandon came in here like steamrollers.
Bill Johnson playing with 4 fouls. That's the shot. Bill has 15 on the evening.
There you go. Here comes that press.
Kevin Gilroy even out there in the press.
The 2-1-2 press that Coach Hillis likes to use after foul shots. But it can hurt you just like that.
Johnson, and
it can hurt you if they move the ball quickly.
that's what they did, and Sean Gray made the basket. Holmes to Warnicki. 75-66 Brandon. Warnicki to Johnson. Johnson looking for Gilroy. Now he decides to take it to the hole, and he's going to the line again.
What a strong move by Bill Johnson. You know, when the last game we did together, I remarked on how strong and how quick Bill Johnson is to the hole. One step, he doesn't waste time dribbling the ball. It's just not falling for him tonight. He's probably had 10 of those opportunities.
Sean Gray with the foul, his 4th. That could prove to be huge, depending on what happens in this final 3:23. Yeah. Johnson with a big miss there. That basket. By the way, Jeff should tell you, Athletic Director Dick White told me before the game, tickets for the GPAC final, the ladies final, and the men's semifinal, they go on sale Monday at the equipment room.
All right.
Need more information? Phone the University Athletics office.
There you go.
Okay, next couple of offenses, Billy Kev. Okay, Billy Kev, Chris Warnicki. All right, Dale. No, Chris here, Dale here. Who else we got here? AJ. Okay, AJ, you're going to run through underneath. Okay, you're going to run through underneath. Dale, it's just like a side out of bounds play, guys. That's all it is. Okay, Dale's just going to go across off of these 2 screens. All right, Kevin, after you set this one, you roll down and Billy flash. Okay, if we don't get Kevin low, then Kevin just circles. Billy rotates down.
So Chris
okay.
Dribble the ball here until me and AJ make our...
Yeah. Okay.
Holding on to it. Yeah.
Here's hanging on to it. Right. Okay. Now. So, well, AJ, you just come right through. Just come right through right away. Okay. Get transition and we've got it. Okay. All right. Do that one time. Okay. We're gonna call that T. Okay. T. T. Yeah. All right. Go X after that. Okay. All right. Let's go.
Diagram with some new plays?
Yeah, those are some secret plays we're not privy to.
Okay.
And then that way, if they don't go right, we won't know what we're talking about anyway. They're going with a press here. And this is where it hurts you. You see,
forward to Carter.
That's where the press hurts
with
you.
a nice pass to Passley. That was an uncontested bucket.
Well, the Bobcats planned for that. They knew exactly what to do. You can beat a press with 3 passes if you know what they're going to do.
That's Holmes, and he was fouled on the way up. I think committing the foul there was Lovelace. It was on Passley. It's his 3rd.
You know, I really enjoy watching the coaches when they whine. They all have that same move, you know. You see how they do that with their move, with their hands? They come towards the referee. Why me? Why me? Look, see? You know what? It's never changed either. And I don't think it ever will.
There's a good look at Dale Holmes.
Eight-point game, 3 minutes and 5 seconds to go, buddy.
Don't turn your dial. We got a little bit to go here yet. Roger Martin. Martin lost it out of bounds. And that's going to be Cougar ball.
Great defense
and
by
Martin
Chris
don't
Warnicki.
like that call one bit.
Chris Warnicki was right in his shorts.
Gary Hemmings, arms moving again as he Discusses that call with the referee. Chance to cut the deficit to 6. Maybe 5 if they can knock one down from 3. Warnicki to Holmes. Holmes thought about going 3, goes baseline, puts it back out to Warnicki for 3, and that falls off hard. Now Johnson to Holmes for 3. That one spins out. Skipper's tried to get it, can't do so. Golden opportunity gone by the boards there for the Cougars. Back comes Roger Martin.
I'm getting frustrated sitting right here.
That's Lovelace with it now. Inside to Gray. Gray being watched by Gilroy. Gray lost it. This is Johnson.
There's another turnover. We needed that one. We got to convert on these.
Johnson to Holmes. To Skepper. A.J. Skepper.
You must have.
Drains it from 3, and it's a 5-point game. 2 minutes to go.
Hear the crowd.
Being watched by Johnson. That's Gray with it. Gray trying to go around Gilroy. Puts it inside. We're going to have a foul. Is it on Johnson? If it is, it's his 5th. Hemmings wanted the foul on Johnson. The foul goes to Kevin. It's his 2nd.
Let's take a look at that three-pointer that changed
Three-pointer from
things
A.J.
there.
Skepper. Nice dish by Holmes. And that ball hit nothing but the bottom of the net.
Yeah, that's the moon ball. Nice rotation on it. Up high and down through the rim.
Okay,
Here's Coach
right,
Jim.
minute 40. Okay, what we need is some stops. All right, we need to get the ball down quick. Right, we need to get the ball down quick. We're going to run AJ through. Okay, Billy setting a screen. Right, because we got to bring the ball down now. There'd be no transition, right? Okay, we're going to bring AJ through. Billy's going to set a screen. Okay, Kev is going to set a screen. After Billy sets it, AJ goes through. Kev's going to pop high. All right, Holmes, you go away to the far corner. Yes. Okay, just dribble over there, give it to AJ. And Billy, you drop to the basket. We rotate it through.
I'm going here, I want to meet the wall there.
Chris, you're backside there. Okay, so we're looking AJ for the 3.
I'm going here and look at this skip. Is that what you're saying?
AJ coming through off of a screen right here. AJ. Holmes the ball right there. Okay? Okay. I'm telling you now what we're doing. All right? Kevin sets the screen and then pops high. AJ, you take the shot. You hit Kev. Kev, you look at the 3. You take that if it's there. All right? Don't force it. And then if you don't have it, Billy's going to be dropping inside. All right? Then we get a stop. Okay? Let's go.
Well, everybody's sitting on the edge of their seats here, including those watching from the workout room.
In the gym, yeah. That's the best seat in the house.
Not a bad spot.
Not as good as ours,
No.
though. We're right at mid-court.
Sean Gray at the line. 2 huge shots here. Gray now has 21 on the evening after sinking that. Gray gets both. And he's now surpassed his average. 21.2 a game. Holmes to Gilroy. To Warnicki. Warnicki. Inside to Johnson. Johnson spins to the hole. That one's going to count. Goaltending charged on Sean Gray.
That's a nice, easy turnaround.
8 for Johnson in the second half. 19 for the game. Cougars need a stop here.
You know,
Johnson watching Lovelace. Crowd urging them on. Lovelace trying to move around Johnson. Looking to do something with it. Dishes it off to Martin. In on the shot clock. Minute to go. Shot from 3, and that could be the one that kills the Cougars as Mo Carter hits his 3rd 3 of the night. And then a traveling call on the Cougars.
that's what I call a traveling call. The traveling call of all traveling calls.
And if the University of Regina Cougars are going to win the Great Plains Athletic Conference, they are going to have to do it in the gymnasium of the Brandon Bobcats in 2 weeks' time, unless a miracle can happen here in this last 54.3 seconds of play.
Now,
The Cougs trail it by 8.
We got to foul right away when the ball comes in. Okay? We got to foul it. We try and steal it, all right? And then we foul. All right? Just try not to foul Sean Gray. Okay? Foul Roger. Try and find somebody else. Right? First pass comes in, we got to foul. All right? That's the game we got. Now, when we come down this way, we got to shoot a 3. Okay? Understand that? Okay? Understand that? We come down, shoot a 3. Okay? That's it. Simple game now, guys. Let's go.
As you get a look at the Bobcats bench, they're just basically almost the prevent type defense style here for this last minute.
Yeah, they're not going to do anything stupid.
They know what the Cougars have to do. No secret here in this last minute.
Now here comes that press.
And there's a foul. There's a steal. Skeppers for 3. Oh, that would have been a huge 3. Skeppers gets it again. That's Holmes. Holmes for 3. That falls off. Cougars just haven't had the luck from the three-point range tonight. Couple of great chances there, Jeff, for Allen or for Skeppers
and
for
Dale
Holmes.
Yeah.
They just will not foul. Skeppers picked up the foul, his second. You know, Warnicki's been off target tonight. Holmes hasn't had the luck he usually has from three-point range. A couple of those fall, we could have a 2 3-point ball game here coming down to the close.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, it's like anything. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. They've always said if you try to live and win by the three-point play, you know, it can cost you either way.
Mo Carter hits both of his 3 shots. That makes it 84-74. That shot just falls off. And again, they're looking for a foul on Carter. I think Carter may have taken one off the old schnoz from Dale Holmes. As you see the Bobcats huddling up. That foul on Holmes is his 4th. So, I think I can pretty much tell you right now that March 6th to 8th is going to be a big weekend here at the University.
Yes, it is.
We will have men's semifinal action, the Winnipeg Westmen against the Regina Cougars, and the women's GPAC final, likely to be the University of Manitoba Bisons against the University of Regina Lady Cougars.
So call the athletic office for tickets beginning Monday.
Yep, beginning Monday. I'll tell you what, the gym is packed now. Wait till March 6th to 8th. And Jeffy, I think you should come down here and watch the Lady Cougars in action.
You think so?
I think you should.
I will be. I'll be here.
All right.
You know,
hopefully we can convince the powers that be at Channel 7 to be here as well.
Okay. And we can have these seats again.
Exactly.
Well, you know.
You're reading my mind again, partner.
Yeah, well, we get up awfully early, you know that.
Oh,
so
yeah, I know.
For us to be up this late at night, it's been an extra coffee drink.
You do that FM thing, I do that AM thing.
Yes. Bill and Jeff in the morning. Between 5:30 and 9. And
that, my friends, was a shameless plug.
Yes, it was. And I shall also plug the Regina Sports Talk. Bill and Jeff on Thursday nights at 8:30.
Oh, my.
And you can also catch my pal Mitchell Blair. Sometimes on the FM, but a lot of times on the AM.
Yes.
KCK, our sister station.
Yes.
More than a lot of times.
And
every day.
while we're plugging things, let's just plug the fact that March 13th we're going to be at the Agrodome. Well, you won't be, but I will be.
You are?
Along with Pete Pasco and Paul Barmby when the Swift Current Broncos take on the Regina Pats.
There you
go.
go.
It will be a huge contest.
Pat's back in town. They've been away for weeks, it seems like.
With the Scott in town.
Yep.
Holmes misses that 3. And we are down to the waning seconds here of this basketball contest. And the Brandon Bobcats are going to be GPAC regular season champions. And another foul charge there. This one will go against Warnicki.
Well, this was a game that could have been had. Unfortunately, it didn't go our way.
Hey, while we're plugging things, too, we're going to have the high school basketball championships coming up soon, too. I think they go March the 12th at the Agrodome.
That's right.
And chances are we'll see Belfer and Campbell in the senior boys final again.
That'll be a good game.
Oh, yes, it will be. We've had 2 dandies between Belfer and Campbell on Channel 7 so far this year. The finals of the Campbell tournament, the Luther tournament.
Yep.
And chances are we'll see them again in the city championships. Johnson for three. And that fails. And as Gray grabs the ball, time to go home. Check, please.
Well,
Your final score, the University of Brandon Bobcats 87, the University of Regina Cougars 74. And Jeff, when we look back at this game, really the Cougars just couldn't get it going early. It took them a while to get into sync. A lot of turnovers, especially down the offensive zone. They couldn't get any boards, and
plus they're strong.
spelled bad news.
They're strong three-point shooters like Dale Holmes really weren't hitting the three-pointers. In fact, in fairness to Dale Holmes, they were in his shorts the whole time. They knew that he was the man who's running the offense and the three-pointer. They weren't giving him that shot. They were plugging up in the middle, but what they were doing to the Cougars was they were backdooring them and picking and rolling them all game. They were getting a lot of easy shots, and that first half deficit was just too much to overcome.
Yeah, they closed the deficit a little bit. It was 46-29 at the half, and they closed the deficit to 87-74. At one time, they brought it as close as 6.
Yeah.
But they just couldn't.
Trenamont has left the chair, and I'm now joined by Dale Holmes.